Yes, sir. Back at it again. Talent was media. Hashtag TL media. Hashtag TL radio. Hashtag too many hashtags. Keep hashtagging out. And we're back, man. Jay Sheppard. Y'all already know what's going on. Y'all know the vibes. We're back here in the lovely city of LA. LA.
You see it?
Come on now. We're back here again, man. Look, frequent flight miles. We doing our thing. We getting out here. We traveling. And this lady right here, I actually had the blessing, peace and blessings, of meeting her last year. We came out here to LA, we connected, but we have to actually run this back, you know what I'm saying? We have to do it in a better fashion. You see the venue, you know what I'm saying? We don't have the B-roll playing. You see the venue, you got the
It's the ambiance,
yes,
it's
the aesthetics. What do the girls say? It's the, for me.
It's the elevation for me.
See?
It's the growth for me.
There you go.
It's the love for me.
See, I can't really say that. You know, I'm sounding right. But I see what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, Long Beach or LA?
LA.
Here we go, okay. LA.
Yeah.
Leimert Park.
LA, Leimert Park. Shout out Leimert. LA baby for sure.
Honey Blue in the building, everybody. Make some noise, make some noise.
Hello. What's going on, everybody? Peace and many blessings to do.
First of all, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be here. I think you're such a great person. You know what I'm saying? I'm very inspired by you. He's really out here, y'all. Like, been doing this consistently, like you. So I'm honored to be on the show again. So.
Nah, I appreciate that. We definitely need to lock back in. I was so hurt when we weren't able to put out the interview, the last interview we did. But I think everything happens for a reason, though.
Right.
I think everything happens for a reason. We reconnected a couple weeks back. You came to T.O. Fest in Houston.
I did. It was turned up. Shout out T.O. Fest.
T.O. Fest is lit. If y'all missed out, you gotta catch it on the rebound. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I got some choice words for y'all, but I ain't gonna say them on camera. We're gonna stay.
Beat her next time. That's what I'm gonna say. Just beat her next time. Okay.
I ain't gonna say it no more. So now reconnected back. I definitely saw you performing at some open mics. I saw y'all and shout out to the RTR family. I saw y'all. Of course, y'all was here with us in Houston. Y'all went to Austin. Y'all was doing y'all thing.
Yes.
But I've noticed also a little elevation even in the music and the performance side. It's a little more, more content out there, a little more comfortability. Mm-hmm. How would you say? I would just say within the last year we've met, what has been the biggest changes to you, and what do you think your creative process has been to put music and content out there?
Yeah. Well, I feel like the biggest thing for me has been really just taking my time now with what I'm creating. I feel like when I came out with my last project, my first project, The Comeback, it was a course of music over the time I was 18 years old to 22 years old. So it was just a lot of spaced out room that I had because I was, I took my time, but I also was rushing. Like, even though no one really knew, but for me it was just like, I gotta put these songs out because I was 18 when I wrote that song and recorded it. Now my voice sounds different, and so when I was working on new stuff, I was just trying to hurry up to get it out. And I think that with this project, now that I've grown, I'm taking more time with what I'm saying in my music. Like, the lyrics are very much open and honest and more transparent, I feel like, in this project. And because of the fact that I'm taking my time, my creative process has, I want to say it changed drastically, but I definitely am more focused for sure. Like, when I'm making something, I'm more intentional about the music behind it too, and the production, because I would always find beats online at first, but now I've been working with the specific producers. Shout out F Major, that's one of my producers, and it's so great to be able to work with someone that is trying to curate a sound with you versus just going online and just seeing what you think works with you. So right. I think that part has been an integral part of my process because it helps me to curate and really stamp my sound, which is what I'm doing right now. So yeah.
And one of the things I do love about that, and I'm glad that you're finding that sound sonically, especially networking, connecting with some people in-house, because a lot of times, like you said, sometimes it doesn't work for everybody just to be like, hey, I found you on IG, your shit hot. Right. Send me some.
Yeah.
That doesn't always work for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I do like is about your music is you push the music with a message. You know what I'm saying? It's very uplifting, it's very impactful. It's very us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where does that sense of, I don't want to call it urgency, I don't know, I would say, where's the sense of just, I guess, of just you, where does that come from to push the messages that you do in your music? Because we know nowadays what's commonly out there just for the sales.
Yeah.
But what does it mean for you to be pushing like uplifting messages out there in your music?
Yeah, well, you know, I think it comes from my background. Like, my dad is an artist. You know, he's an MC, a rapper. So growing up, like listening to his music and watching him, he always had a message in his songs. Like when I would hear it, he would talk about a situation that happened like in our family, and I'm like, dang, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? Or something of that nature. So, and I remember my dad. This one time he texted me, and he was like, it was random. He's like, always just write about what's going on in your real life. And I was like, and it was just a random message one day. I was like, okay. He was like, love you. And I'm like, thank you. You know, so I think my dad helped instill that in me to just like write about what's going on. And even like when I'm telling a story, it may not be something I directly went through, but something someone else went through. And so sometimes it's like I'm writing for other people to get their message heard. Because there's a lot of things that just are not promoted in music because of the way that propaganda is in the media, the way that they want certain women to be pushed in hip hop, like what they want us to look like and stuff like that. And so I just make sure that I'm really authentic and real, and I'm pushing the fact that, you know, like as a woman, I have a Pan-Africanist mindset and like concept of the world, which means like the center of my thoughts center my people. So if I'm making something, I want it to be beneficial to whoever's listening to it. And I make music for African and Black people first, and then if you happen to vibe with the message or it's relatable to you or you can get down with it too, then it's for you too, you know. But there's a reason, you know, for why I write about certain topics, and because we need positive music in hip hop, we need that. So
would you consider if your music was a food, would you consider your music to be soul food?
Oh, that's, you know, yes, I think it'll be soul food. I think it's also like water, you know, like it's just refreshing. I feel like that's how I want my music to be, is refreshing. And, you know, even the feedback I get from certain people, like they mention like this is refreshing, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really hear this in hip hop, or I don't really hear a lot of women talking about this in hip hop or whatever. So, you know, soul food, I feel that, but also just like water, because with your soul food you need something to wash it down. And you know, sometimes we got little fatty foods when it comes to soul food. You got your ribs, you got your barbecue, so you gotta get some water in your system, you know what I'm saying? Cleanse you real quick. So yeah.
Nah, I feel that. When I like think back to the music I listened to a year ago, and I think back to just a couple weeks ago seeing you perform, you were right. Refreshing is the thing. So when people out there are gonna tap into your music, because the TO Nation does like to tap into the new music.
Shout out to you.
And, you know, they're gonna make sure to, you know, oh, is this really, you know, what it is? And I'm letting people know like it really is. You have there's a few people I'll say you have a vibe like about, but I don't like telling people. I don't like telling people what their music sounds like, because their music, I feel like everybody individually wants their own individual thing, but just an aura of an essence. I was just listening to Common's B album.
Oh my god, I love him. I love that album too. Shout out to Common, bro.
I
want to work with you one day.
Look, I was just listening to that album. I've been listening to lately a bunch of Lupe Fiasco, Kick Push, like those vibes, and I'm like, that's kind of like the feel when I hear your music and your jams, just because it's like I said, aura, essence, vision. Who are some of the people that you listen to, or you was like, if I could just, you know, take off, maybe not even take, but if I can, you know, build a super team of auras and essences to encompass in my music, who are those people?
I love this question. I definitely would say, oh God, Queen Latifah. I love Queen Latifah. I think that her brand and like just who she is as a person, like she's like her first, her album All Hail the Queen, like it was Africa like at the center point, like she was next to it, and like she's a queen. So I very much appreciated that type of messaging within her music. And then she's just a dope MC and a singer too. So like Queen Latifah for sure. I love Jill Scott. I'm a poet as well, so like I write a lot of poetry. Yeah, okay, come on, poet, stand up. You feel me?
I got it.
Yes. So I mean I do poetry, and like that, you know, Jill Scott is a poet as well, and so you hear that in her music a lot, and I think that's why people love her so much, because she's so honest and raw in her music, and I try to, you know, emulate that as well. Erykah Badu for sure. Like I've gotten that before. Like I guess like it's funny when I hear that. I'm like really, but I'm very much inspired by Erykah Badu overall. Like as a person, as an artist. Man, who else? Like
those are some fire names, right?
Yeah, like the top 3. Like I think that's pretty good. But there's so many. My dad, of course, like. For sure.
I know that your dad being an MC definitely had to have some influence of you wanting to be an MC.
Yeah.
It had to.
Yeah, for sure. Like, because I started singing, you know, like I was singing before I was even an MC. I think I started being an MC like seriously in 2019. I was like, oh, I can rap. Like I can really do this, but you know, I didn't really think about it, and then I just started writing rhymes, and I'm like, okay, I can, you know.
You ever thought to make a track with your dad, or do y'all have anything in the vault?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, there's a song like it's called "Me and My Daddy." It's like a, if you want to like for Father's Day or something like that, like it's a song I feel like you play for that. But it's just a good like little singing song. I was 10 years old when I recorded it, so I don't be playing it that much because I just don't like hear myself that young. But we also have stuff that we've done like recently too. So something's gonna come out soon, like Me and My Dad for sure.
No, I think that's actually dope though, because not a lot of people can say they can actually create, you know, with their parents. You know, ironically enough, a lot of people would say the opposite because you know, in this creative lifestyle, you know, with parents, a lot of people may can relate to this. You know, your parents want to see you with stability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people understand chasing the dream, but a lot of people want to put reality before, you know, actually the dream chasing part.
Right.
So the fact that you have the part with your dad, you know, that's a real blessing because not a lot of people get the cosign, or they can even give you the real stories. Like your dad could be like, you know, this is how a studio session goes. If you want that, if you want to know that knowledge, or this is how this goes, or I've been in this meeting, or this is how you do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually a dope thing. But I have to segue because there's a question that I ask everybody on TO, and I have to go ahead and ask you this. Okay. This is the second time we've been talking, and the last time we talked about your journey into artistry. This time I'm talking about your journey into thriving in artistry, because I think your music exceeds the point of entry point, and there's a thing of just being seen and thriving. Yeah. You've been on this earth, because you tried to call me an old man earlier.
No, I did not. I swear, that's not what I meant.
You tried to call me old man.
I didn't.
But nah, it's all cool.
He's young and spry, as you can see, y'all. Okay, as you can see.
Tried to call me old in my mid. She's like, you in your late 20s? I said, God.
No, that's not what I meant. I was talking about me in my late 20s. Okay, we know how you're not old. Okay, you're not old, right?
But nah, but just talking about like your journey that you've been on so far, getting to the points that you're at, performing, you know, going to different states. You know, you came to the H and you rocked out. You know what I'm saying? I saw you performing, but just knowing that this isn't your last stop, which one do you think is more important to you? The journey that you've been on so far, or is it the destination that you're trying to get to?
It's the journey. It's a journey for me. It's always gonna be that. Like it's, you know, it's not a hard answer. I think that over the course of time, the audience you build, they want to see the journey. Like, you know, even when you get to your destination, whatever that is for you, they don't know that's your destination unless you say it is. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time your audience wants to see like, damn, like she's here, like how did she get there? And so people are wanting to reflect on the journey or the steps that help you get to where you are, whether it's another artist that's trying to see like, okay, what does she do? Because my goal is to remain independent and like be one of the most top selling like women on the West Coast that's independent, and that's gonna happen. So period. Just remember the name, Honey Blue. But you know, so with that in my mind, you know, like the fact that I want to, you know, grow in the independent lane, I know that there's people that are also in that same headspace. They don't want to be signed to the label. They don't want to be told what to do, how to do it, when they can release music and all that. So, you know, I really just want to, you know, keep my head focused on building. So when people look at my journey, they can benefit from it. You know, like, okay, this is what an independent artist can do in their journey as well. So definitely a journey for me. Absolutely.
Nah, for sure. It's something about that journey. I don't know what it's something about it that it just makes you really like sit back and really, you know, think about like where you might have been thinking about this as a kid, or whenever you got your dreams, or where you got your goals, your ideas, and then when you actually get to see it flourish, it's like a different thing. Like, or like the spot we're in right now. It's just beautiful. It's got an essence to it. It's got an aura. It's got, you know, what did Janae Aiko say that one time? Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Did she even say that?
She did.
She did? Okay, come on, Janae.
No, it's not her. Nah, it was somebody else.
Okay.
We're just gonna say it was Janae from the video.
It's Janae.
There you go.
Okay, je ne sais quoi.
But nah, I think that journey is so important.
Yeah.
And you know, yours is still going.
Right.
So it's the middle of we're going into the fourth quarter now of 2022. And
it's crazy.
And dang, life is going by fast.
Yeah.
But
6 months in now, y'all. You got 6 months to get your life together.
look, what's next? What's next for Honey Blue? What can we expect before the end of the year? Are we expecting the music? Are we expecting content? Are we expecting the vibes? Videos? We as the people need something, honey. What are we expecting?
Yes. Well, I'm definitely gonna be dropping a project this fall, so it's coming very soon.
Okay.
So yeah, new music for sure. I've been working this year, just like I said earlier, perfecting my craft, really taking my time with the lyrics, the people I'm working with. I'm working with new engineers this year too, so you know, I'm just really focusing on building relationships, so that way when the music comes out, like I'm pleased with it, and the people can hear the work that I took behind it. And I'm working on videos too, so I plan to have some visuals out in tandem with the project. So you got some music out. Check out my songs that are out now though. You know, I just released a song in July on my grandma's birthday called Zone. One of my favorite songs right now. Thank you.
Fire.
Thank you. I mean, what can I say? And then I released a song called Slide Out earlier this year. You can check that out too with my other project from last year. So you got some things to listen to up until then. You know, we got a couple of things already.
Yeah. And one thing I do want to say, people, is like her music, and I told her this last year, like her music actually travels from state to state. The fact that when I first time I met you, my little cousin, I told her I was in LA and I was about to interview you. She's like, I feel like I've heard the name before. She goes to her phone. She's like, yeah, she got a song out I'm listening to right now.
That's so cool. What are you talking about? I'm like, what?
Yeah,
that's
was
so
real
crazy.
That was a real small world to me, but that shows you how music can transcend, you know.
Yeah.
So we out there in the South, you know, y'all out here on the West Coast, and that's crazy that music is one thing that it's a language that everybody can speak.
Right.
So honey, I need you to go ahead and tell the world your social media, let them know where they can contact and get in contact with you about.
Yes. So my name is Honey Blue. You can follow my journey on honeyblue.com. That's HONEYBLUU.com. What else? Did it?
Good.
Yeah. You can follow my Instagram. It is Honey Blue. That's HONEYBLUU. And when you do, click the link in my bio, because that's all my music is there. All my interviews are there. When this interview is out, it will be on there too. So that's how you can get in contact with me. I don't really use Twitter that much. I mean, I have it. You want to, go on there. I just post a lot of political stuff on Twitter, so you'll probably sense my thought process like politically on there. Hopefully you don't judge me, but I'm just playing. I really don't care if you do or not. But yeah, that's where you can find me and stay in contact. And I'm very personable, so I'll respond to you if you have anything to say. Yeah.
And on that note, look here. I need y'all to go ahead and follow me. Do that. Follow the personals at King_J Shep on IG and Twitter. We definitely are following one back, maybe kind of sort of. Depending on. I'm gonna check y'all social medias first.
Okay.
I follow back. Make sure y'all following the business pages at _talented_ones_ on IG and at talented_ones on Twitter. Make sure y'all getting our subscribers up, man, on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment. We need those subscribes. So from myself, from Honey, from LA, we gone. Appreciate you.
We gone. Peace and love. Ooh, yeah.
Okay. I got a little nervous.